tell you what, on mornings like this morning, it's almost impossible not to make like good video because it just looks so good out. It's amazing out this morning. If I don't catch any fish, it was all worth it to come out because it is just so nice. I love living in Florida, especially this area. I mean, it's just, that sunrise was fantastic. But now I get to go fishing. So I'm going to see if I can. My target today is Snook, and just saw something pop under that dock. So I'm going to get to it. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all the support. And yeah, let's get some fish.
Yes. Sweet. Oh, yeah. Well, good. Didn't get skunked. At least out here. It's been a very slow morning. There we go. Not a big fish, but glad to see a snook, that's for sure. Damn it. Man, it sucks for that dude. He left his eye behind. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't even get it off there. Oh, that's nasty. Oh. Yay.
Hey everybody, so as you saw, today was not that successful, which was really surprising. They got out there, I thought it would be good. Tide wasn't really moving much, so that probably had a lot to do with it. Managed that one snook and ladyfish out of the whole thing, so it is what it is. But I'd like to explain a little bit more about how I fish docks and how I go around knowing which docks I really want to target. There's a method to it, not just, you can fish every single dock, or like I was doing today. If I didn't really have much luck, so I figured, okay, the fish are probably not going to be on these docks that don't have a lot of structure and a lot of moving water. They want that. So what I'm going to do is show you on Google Maps how to break down an area so you know which ones are probably going to be the most productive, and you can scout out an area before even getting out there. Alright, so as you can see right here, there we go. So you can see right here, St. Pete down in here. And so I'm just going to zoom in on a random area, say right here. And the first thing I want to do is look in between the docks. Alright. So by looking in between the docks, see right here, there's really nothing there. There's no different shading. It's all the same color. Same thing right here. It's all the same color. These are deeper docks. There's a little bit of structure down here. You can see along the seawall. But there's really not much of a color change, so that means that it's probably pretty deep right there. You know, at least a deeper dock. Now, what I'm going to do, zoom out, and so that area, there's going to be some current going through here because it looks like there's a choke point right here where it goes out into a bigger bay, so the current probably rips through here pretty good. That's a good sign. You want these choke points. You want something that the current you know is going to be going through. So I zoom in, and this is what I'm looking for. You can see there's a shallow point, and then where the dock is, it drops off. And then the better sign is the grass flat right here. You see the darker, there's a grass flat that's sitting right up here, and then it drops off to deeper water, and there's a channel. That's what you want to look for right here. So this dock probably holds some fish. There's grass on one side where it probably gets pretty shallow. You can see up to here it's probably about 4 or 5 feet deep, depending on the tide. The drop-offs are right at the dock. That's probably a pretty good dock there. Move down a little bit, and it seems like every single dock here has a grass flat in between it. And a drop-off, and it gets deeper. So this looks like a very good area to fish. This is definitely something I want to try. Grass, so you probably throw some top water in the morning in between these docks. There's probably some redfish and trout and snook on these docks. There might even be some grouper. Keep on going down all along here. It's just the same thing. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Alright. You can see the whole thing is just all flats. It's a good area to fish right there. Alright, so as I just showed you, there's more to a dock than just the dock itself. Now, the best docks are the ones that are in areas like that, have current flow, or have a little bit of a drop off toward the end. You know, especially bigger boats. If it has a bigger boat on it in the map, it probably has a decent little drop off there. Those are docks you want to fish. The other thing is structure. Now, I say dock, and you would think, okay, that's structure in itself, and sometimes can be, but the best docks are the ones that have something underneath it, more structure, whether it be an old bicycle or some concrete or something. People will sink stuff under there. There can be an old dock, and then a dock was built under right on top of it or next to it. Those old docks are very good because they've been there for a while. They got stuff growing under them. And so those are the best types of docks to fish. You make sure there's structure, current, and in between the docks, flats. If you got those things, you most likely have a good dock to fish. There should be fish under them at some point, especially during low tide. If low tide on those grass flats, those fish are going to be sitting right off the edges of them because they get super shallow. And so oftentimes what happens is that there's the flat, and then all of a sudden it gets too deep and the flat just stops and there's a break, and the fish will sit right on the other side of the break. So you can work top water right over that super shallow flat to the break. You work it, and they'll hit it right at the edge of the flat. Those are my favorite types of flats to fish, at least. But that seems to work out for me. There will most likely be redfish on those docks if there's a flat. If not, there's some snook. Especially, as long as there's structure and depth, there should be snook. But if there's a flat, there should be redfish there. And if there's some current going through there and then some deeper channels near it, there should be grouper on it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope I helped you out there. And if you enjoyed the video, like and leave a comment on some other videos you might want me to do. And I appreciate you guys watching. And everyone have some tight lines.